bit about the music that you're writing for the piece at the Joyce? Like, what is it for instruments? Are you using electronics, synthesized sounds?
Yeah, I mean, my music is always a mixture of electronic sounds and, I guess, traditional orchestration. So I'll use violins, and I'll use cellos, and I'll use trumpets, and I'll use flute or whatever traditional instruments, but I always need to have them mixed in with the electronic sounds that are my particular passion. With this particular score, it definitely encompasses those things. I'm still working out what the orchestral elements will be. I always start with sounds. I'm not a traditional composer in the sense that I sort of sit at a piano and I come up with melodies and harmonies. I start with sounds, so I think of myself as a sound-first composer. So that could be I'm walking down the street and there's a parade passing, and I turn my iPhone on and record it, and then I take it back to the studio and I chop it up into little beats and loops. It could be some, I'm going down on some deep dive on YouTube and finding some weird person's personal channel that only has one view, or, and like on the second view, and they say something funny, and I grab that and I put some effects on it, and, sneak it in so that no one would know. And it could be some white noise that I generate on one of my analog synthesizers that are sort of like, I have a mini Moog, like a mini Moog from the 70s that doesn't work quite right, and it makes strange sounds sometimes.
What is that?
It's a mini Moog. It's the first commercially made synthesizer. It's a monophonic synthesizer, so it only plays one note. But sometimes you'll hold a note down and it'll play all kinds of odd things because it needs to be repaired. So that's sort of like, how like B.B. King has Lucille as his guitar, like that's sort of my equivalent of Lucille, this is a continuation of my process, but it's going to be a lot of music. It's shaping up to be around 45 minutes of music, and that's pretty much like a full-length album, almost.
Wow.